Welcome to the Retro21 Studios podcast. I'm your host, M Squared. Today, we're joined with D'Angelo Senat, CEO and founder of Allpeep, a decentralized social media platform. How are you today?
Hey, M Squared. Happy to be here with the Retro21 Studios podcast and talking to you as well, M Squared.
Awesome. Glad you're here today. And let's dive right in. So, D'Angelo, as you've described Allpeep, let's talk a little bit about the competitive space. Who are the competitors out there, and what's some of your challenges?
Yeah, so our competitors are companies such as Chorus, Circle.so, Mighty Networks. You have Facebook groups. These are platforms that are catered to businesses and communities to engage more so in a private setting instead of public. And our differentiators is that we focus primarily on customization by allowing the brands to be the face of their community. So our product exists inside the online presence, which stands for the website or app of our customers, while our competitors more so requires their customers and communities to come to their proprietary platforms to bring their communities and build it there. So we see it as a lot of our competitors require their customers to build their properties on their land. And our question to them is, why are you allowing yourself to build your property on somebody else's land rather than your own? We have a open source software that we're utilizing in our tech stack that allows us to have UI plug and play components that we integrate inside the websites and apps, where businesses can engage and retain their communities inside their own website, where they no longer have to worry about engaging on somebody else's platform full time.
Excellent. And that's that whole piece around democratization of data.
Yes, absolutely. And another thing, we do have competitors that also build customized solutions, but it's brutally expensive. A lot of community experts that we have spoke to and some clients who utilize their services at the time in the past says that the average cost is $30,000 annually. And for small businesses as well as startups that's starting out, it's just too expensive to start rolling things out with that. So we discovered that with our open source software and decentralization, that allows us to give the same features and powerful tools to allow businesses to interact inside their own platforms.
Another different or potential differentiator when we talk about the Game Changer Analytics platform and the ability to harvest that sensor data, it's getting from coach or athlete to coach, and then the coach is processing that information. So there's a lot of data transfer. And at the same time, there's potential fans and other entities that would go through presumably your application. And so there's a whole question around speed and latency, not only from athlete to coach,
Right.
but within your app as well. Tell us a little bit about that from a differentiator perspective.
Absolutely. That's correct. That's another differentiator where our competitors, especially those who have their own proprietary platforms where they're requiring folks to engage on, they're keeping majority of the data to themselves, which we believe to be is unfair. So what we're doing with our product is allowing organizations to own and control the insights and data when it comes to community interactions, which users are spending the most time on the platforms, what are their personas, what are the things that they're talking about and sharing within the community. And this allows specifically organizations like Game Changer Analytics to understand the personas of the coaches, the staff, the athletes to help train and ensure that the athletes are getting to their peak performances by having those collaborative discussions within the platforms. As we know, data is king. So by being transparent with our software and the insights that we're compiling within our platform to allow organizations like Game Changer Analytics to have full control and understanding so that they can measure the value within the community so that they can move a lot quicker. Because a lot of communities are moving blindly right now because they have limited access to their community data and insights unless they have the funding to purchase this data from platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or the current community platforms that's out there.
Got it. Is there live stream capabilities?
Yeah, so we have live audio and live video stream, very similar to platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, where communities can get on a live audio, video, peer-to-peer connection that's embedded within their platforms so that they can engage free from social media surveillance.
This is fantastic. So you mentioned Chorus. What were the other competitors?
Yeah, so Chorus is one. Their core product is very similar to us as it pertains to customization, building the community around the business's online presence, but it's for enterprise companies, so it's expensive. Companies such as Sephora, eBay has spent millions of dollars on it. As said, for employees that we have spoke to and interviews that's on YouTube. But the other competitors are Mighty Networks, Circle.so, Facebook groups. It's more so cheaper and affordable options for smaller communities, but they're required to go and build their communities on their proprietary networks and platforms unless they're willing to pay Circle or Mighty Networks at least $30,000 to get a customized solution that's separate from their website or app. So it's still not completely independent from third-party platforms in which we're focused on building these components inside their business, their websites and apps. So their customers no longer have to leave to have a conversation and speak about the good of the products and service of that business. It can live within their online presence.
Got it. So if I were to play that back, so your product, Allpeep, so it could work at enterprise level, it could work at small business level. It doesn't matter. However, from a point of entry, so if I'm a small business owner, the point of entry, at least the cost of entry with the other platforms and competitive platforms is fairly steep. And from what you're saying is that Allpeep, as a small business owner, my cost of entry is fairly low. And so it's an affordable option, but at the same time, you guys could grow along with the business and I could scale up.
Absolutely. Just to add on a bit about our core product being a customized capabilities ranging from our setup fees varies between $5,000 and $8,000, which is primarily for deep customization. This could be web, video, live audio. This could also be a SSO integration and API integrations within their app. But we do have another component, which is a monthly subscription fee ranging from $500 to $3,000 a month. And we also have non-customization, which allows businesses to test out our features starting from $5 and up from there. So we have a flexibility range of fees as it pertains to our features and core products that communities can access based on the competition offering to date. But our end goal is to allow it to be completely automated and more affordable once we enhance that with AI and the other powerful tools that's out there.
So D'Angelo, you've been describing the application. Earlier, we talked about your involvement with Game Changer Analytics. And so let's take a look at the application.
Absolutely. Communities are able to access the community that they're a part of in two ways. It can be desktop view or via mobile view on a web or a progressive web app. So within this Game Changer Analytics community, is basically a demo of the coaches and their athletes and athletic staff where they're having conversations about what's going on with practice or they're just socializing privately. So within here, you can see that there's me as acting assistant coach, where within the iPad that Game Changer Analytics provide coaches and team to track their analytics of each athlete. I shared one of the results from a block start exercise that we did with the track team down in San Diego. And we have a specific feature, which is called the hashtag feature. And this basically allows the community to focus on a specific topic to drive deep conversation and collaborations that will lead to workouts, exercise, and trainings that the athletes need to do to make sure that they remain healthy or prevent any injuries. As you can see, prior to me sharing the analytics from Abby's and the rest of the team's training today, she shared an inspiration prior to the workout. And this inspiration is a block start between athletes conducting a block start within the 2011 World Championship. This is Carmelita Jeter. And this is just showing their get-offs. And then within the platform, each user have their own profiles. As you can see here, this is Abby, and she's a Nagrafi major. She's a runner and a 6 a.m. burpee challenge winner. But here you can track and see all her posts, post and replies, as well as media.
Mm-hmm.
So for media, you'll see here the Game Changer Analytics iPad. This was shared on demo day back in Palo Alto a little under a month ago. And then on top of that, I can show our live streaming feature within the platform between the coaches as well as the athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So within here, you can see that I'm speaking. Let's see. So I'm logged in as Abby. Abby doesn't have moderation rights.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not able to turn on video, but you can see that I'm reacting via emojis here.
So this is this is live. This would be a live feature.
This is live. And let's see if I can log in on another browser too. Victor is a moderator, so he has access to enable live video streaming. So you can see that I'm here on Abby's screen here, waving. I can also log in via mobile device, where I can show you what that looks like via mobile web. So let's see. Should be logged in.
This helps answer my earlier question. At least it puts a really cool visual around it when I was referring to, okay, game changer, the coach, athlete they're looking at, or at least the coach is looking at their iPad or their mobile or whatever they're looking at, and just being able to get that data, share it out to whoever they want. This is that exercise in practice.
Exactly. And this is me on mobile web, so you can see that the video interface is a bit different.
Mm-hmm. That's great. This is cool.
I appreciate it. And then
what?
Go ahead.
And what's this going over? Are you using the? Is this Wi-Fi? Is it? Yeah. How are you guys pushing out? Is it the client's internet provider, or what's going on behind the scenes there?
Now is using Wi-Fi or your mobile LTE device, some type of internet connection in order to log in and have access to engage across the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
You can remain in a conversation as you interact about the community. So it just goes to the right of the screen.
Oh, this is cool.
I'm still logged in on mobile.
So you're still on mobile, and it's coming through nice and clear. It looks good. Now, earlier you mentioned use of the AI tools, incorporation of AI. So, and that was, if I'm not mistaken, at least one aspect of it was around customization. So this interface that we're looking at right now, Allpeep 3.0, 4.0, maybe 2.0, I'm not sure, will have the ability, when I pull that up, there will be AI tools to help me with that customization.
Basically, you would go to the allpeep.com website, submit your company information, your website, and then from there, we imagine the AI will build this interface for you. So your logo will be embedded within the platform. Your brand color will also be embedded for both web and mobile. So that is the time for the communities to be set up for businesses, and a lot less engineering efforts from our team, day-to-day tasks for each client. So at most, we'll maintenance and maintain the software, making sure that bugs are fixed and we stay on top of the latency, ensure that it's at high quality. But as far as customizing it manually for each clientele, we'll just leave it to the AI to do that. That's the end goal.
Oh, and you mentioned latency, just thinking in terms of no matter, you could have the best app, the best connectivity, but there's possibility of an issue. What do you guys do for support?
So as far as customer support, we're currently offering our current customers 24/7 touch points with us. They can reach out and mention or inform us on a bug or issue within the platform. Our CTO or our head of product would take care of that when it comes to that. But currently, we're using alternative platform, then Twilio, which allows for live audio, live video streaming that are CTO built from scratch. And so far, latency and connections has been good as of right now. So we haven't had any issues as it pertains to that portion alone.
Awesome. just going back to the actual application. And so I have this up, I'm live streaming. And so there's privacy and data. So as far as if I wanted to set up, and it's me, I have a team out there, I have a fan base or whatever you want to call it, some folks who are interested in what we're doing. And so I'm going live. I want to get them, I want to tune them in. So is it a push from me? Do I have to send them a link, or do I already have them set up beforehand? If they know a particular time that I'm going, can they come in that way? How does that, what's the logistics around that?
So as of right now, you would have to share the link of the conversation. We currently don't have a share to Facebook, share to Instagram, or share to another platform directly. You would have to just copy the link of the jam, is what we call it, the live jam. And then from there, they can join the jam after creating an account. For GCA. Their community is currently private. So you would have to get an account set up first rather than just joining in randomly. So from here, you would basically copy and paste this link here, or you can share it from your mobile device or the web browser using this tool here.
This is great. Any other interesting features you want to share?
Not just yet. We do have some coming up. One I would mention is a subscription-based experience where certain parts of the community where more exclusive content will be shared for fans or new community members to pay for on a monthly basis or an annual basis. And we'll be rolling that out with the Game Changer Analytics team sometime next year.
Excellent. This is great. And how do folks, so I'm interested, so how do I guess I could go to allpeep.com?
Absolutely. You can go to allpeep.com. You can find us on LinkedIn at Allpeep, ALPEP. And our Instagram and Twitter handle is allpeep_, ALPEP_. And that's where we are currently.
Excellent. And D'Angelo, if I want to get in touch with you directly, how would I do that? Same mechanism, or do you have a special handle?
You can find me on Allpeep or allpeep.com, but on my LinkedIn, you can find me at D'Angelo Senat, D'_ANGELO. Senat is spelled SENAT. And then on Instagram and Twitter, my handle is SenatMade, SENATMADE.
Awesome. Well, D'Angelo, I appreciate you taking the time to walk us through the application, provide us a bit of history around yourself and Allpeep origins. And I really love the direction in which your organization is going. You have a great product, and I look forward to next steps.
No, thank you so much, M Square. I'd like to include that we also had the pleasure of participating in a Harvard Innovations Lab Accelerator partner with Amazon Web Services for startups back in August of 2023. And we've gained a lot of insight and feedback. They basically immersed HBCU founders as well as founders in the sub-Saharan Africa, and in a 2 weeks accelerator where we were able to pitch our businesses to the Harvard Innovation Lab community out in Boston. And that just helped us kickstart a lot of things and make a lot of progress in an accelerated pace.
Wow, that's awesome. So you actually competed for this opportunity and you guys came out on top. That's amazing. And so are you partnered? Do you continue to be partnered with AWS and some of the other organizations?
Yeah, so we're still in connections with or in contact with AWS as well as Harvard Innovation Lab, where they conduct intros to investors, prospect clients. They also take calls where we can get on a strategy call and they'll give us insight based on any issues, problems, or just insights that they can give along our journeys.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a whole nother thread right there as far as I'd love to talk to you about how you guys prepared for that, because that's pretty competitive. That's impressive. So
absolutely. I would to say that Pharrell Williams Black Ambition Prize Fund has conducted an intro with their team, and that helped us make it in the door in reference to knowing about the application, submitting the application, and they also got us prepared for it. It takes a village. It really does take a village.
Wow. That's great. Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to join us. in the not too distant future, because we definitely want to see next steps with Game Changer. We want to just see next steps with Allpeep, and we can cover some more, go into some of these other aspects in more detail.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, M2 and Retro21 Studios. This has been great. Really appreciate the opportunity and looking forward to the future.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining the Retro21 Studios podcast. I'm your host, M2. Take care.